With the way you've been acting, anyone would think you were the heroine of a superhero movie. Who the hell do you think you are? Let's face it, you've but spent the best part of your life relying on my big brother to look after you. Things must be going really bad for you right about now, am I right? How exactly do you plan on getting by and making things work on your own now without him? It's clearly hopeless, so you may as well just give up. Let me make one thing clear. Just because you're pregnant doesn't mean I'm gonna go easy on you. You might think having a baby in the oven means you get an easy ride, but I promise you, you're wrong. My big bro isn't here to protect you anymore, and mark my words, I'm gonna let you have it.
Jeez, Marge, why do you have to speak to me like that? I'm still coming to terms with the fact that my husband just died here. Couldn't you at least try to be a little more sensitive? You shouldn't say things like that, not even as a joke.
Oh, believe me, I'm not joking. I mean every word I say to you. Anyway, how about you quit acting like you're the only one who's sad? He was my brother. I'm upset he's gone too, you know.
Yeah, of course you are. It's been a big blow for all of us. I don't think I'm the only one who's upset. I don't think that for one moment.
Hey, the whole having to get by on your own thing must be proving seriously tough for a low IQ pea-brained middle school dropout like you. Tell me, Ivy, are you struggling? Is life without my brother difficult? I saw you break down in tears in the hospital hallway when the doctor told you the news. God, it was so hilarious. But seriously, who acts like that in public? Do you think we're in a movie or something? Just because your husband died doesn't mean you get to act like a little girl and burst into tears in front of everyone. Have some decorum and self-respect. Oh my God, you make me cringe so hard. Just thinking about how embarrassingly pathetic you are makes me burst out laughing. Seriously, every time I remember something dumb you've done, I can't help but laugh out loud. It's like you're a walking comedy show.
I guess we see the world differently then. I don't think there's anything wrong with showing the world you're upset when you're upset. What, should we all just pretend we don't have feelings? What good would that do? It's not like I plan on bursting into tears at the funeral either, but then who knows? When you need to cry, and there's no rule book. In any case, I was completely beside myself when the doctors told me the news. There was no way I could have held everything together in that situation.
I guess pregnant women are known for being mentally unstable. It's like your hormones are on a wild roller coaster ride, and you never know what to expect next. One thing's for sure, you're entertaining as heck. You do know you're gonna be a mother soon, right? I think it's time you reevaluated the way you act, sweetie. Seriously, with a baby on the way, you might want to start thinking about how your behavior affects those around you. It's not just about you anymore. You've got a little one to consider now. So maybe tone it down a bit and start acting more responsibly. Imagine how embarrassed your daughter's gonna be if you keep breaking down in tears in public like that. Cringe.
Sure, maybe you do find it cringeworthy. But when I was hit with the reality that my husband, who was so excited about becoming a dad, was gone and was never coming back, I just couldn't control myself. My whole world fell apart in the blink of an eye, and I wanted to crawl into a hole and die. Everything seemed to come crashing down all at once, and I was completely overwhelmed. It felt like I was drowning in my own emotions, unable to catch a breath, and all I wanted to do was disappear.
Yep, it's only natural you'd be sad after losing the guy who was paying for you to exist. I wonder how you're gonna get by in the world all on your own now. I can't wait to find out from the sidelines while laughing at you.
Marge, why must you be like this?
You really are a tragic, low IQ, pea-brained moron. To think you worked so hard to bag yourself a guy with some money so you never have to work again. Only for him to die and leave you all alone. Your future is filled with nothing but misery and despair, and I think it's hilarious. I, on the other hand, will be living in Italy as an exchange student soon, where nothing but joy, happiness, and success await me. Our lives are going in such different directions, and it's great!
Exchange in Italy? Well, that sounds fun. I'm sure the world will open up for you and you'll find so many new and amazing opportunities over there. I hope you come back to the States with a more broad-minded view of the world.
Who the hell do you think you're talking down to? You're just some pathetic low-life stay-at-home housewife with a dead husband. A loser like you can never afford to go abroad like me.
There is so much wrong with what you're saying, I don't even know where to start. For starters, I'm not a stay-at-home housewife. I mean, I already told you that, but you never seem to listen to me. I work from home every day. I feel blessed to be able to work despite being pregnant. I told you this before, right? Don't you remember?
Give me a break. There's no way an uneducated pea-brain like you could possibly land a job where you can work from home. If you're gonna lie, at least make it believable.
I'm not lying. What would I have to gain about lying like something like this in the first place? Let me tell you something, Marge, and this has been on my mind for a while. You seem to think that going to a prestigious university makes you special, don't you? I can tell how much you love looking down on people who don't have as much formal education as you. But I can assure you, you're in for a rude wake-up call if you take that attitude out into the world with you. You'll make nothing but enemies behaving like this, and you need to stop before you upset the wrong person.
What? Who the hell are you to give someone like me advice? You're only trying to stop me having standards because you dropped out of middle school, and it hurts to get called a moron.
This is exactly what I'm talking about. When you finally enter society, you're going to see that things like kindness, respect, hard work, and humanity are far more important than educational background. Sure, education is important, and in some situations it's the difference between getting a job or being straight up ignored. So believe me, I don't want to downplay it for a second. However, being a member of society is about coexisting harmoniously with others, and to do that, you're going to need a lot more than just education.
I don't need a lecture on what society's about from the neat stay-at-home housewife. Thanks. I feel like you should at least have some life experience of your own before getting all self-righteous and giving me advice.
I don't know how many times I have to tell you, but I have a job. I'm sure you'll understand one day. Once you get a job and start making your own money.
But how can you say that as a frickin' stay-at-home housewife? This is too funny.
I may as well be talking to a brick wall. Anyway, I'm busy making funeral arrangements, so I don't have time for this. Goodbye.
My brother's funeral is over, which means soon you're officially gonna be my slave.
Excuse me? What are you talking about? Please, Marge, I'm tired. If you're going to bore me with trivial bullshit, can't you at least wait till later?
Your existence itself is trivial bullshit. Have some respect when speaking to your superiors, you ugly, wrinkled, moronic middle school dropout bitch. If someone had to die, I would have rather it been you. My brother was way more valuable to the human race.
What did you just say?
All you're good for is giving birth. Once you give birth to my brother's baby, you'll have outlived your purpose. Feel free to die anytime. Oh, and while we're on the topic, let me make one thing clear. My brother's dead now, so you're nothing to my family anymore. Starting tomorrow, you're my personal slave, you uneducated moron.
Sure, fine by me. I think it'd be best if you didn't go around bragging about it, though. I'm not sure people would think too highly of how you're acting. But more likely, people would just burst out laughing if they saw what a moron you're being.
Stop putting on a brave face, middle school dropout.
Whatever.
Do you have any idea how much you've embarrassed me yesterday? I swear, I'll never forgive you for this.
What did I do? You self-destructed of your own accord. This is exactly what I warned you about, but you didn't listen. I made it pretty clear that you were going to end up embarrassing yourself if you went around bragging about what a dick you were being towards me. It's not my fault you chose to ignore me.
But who the hell could have seen this coming? A plain Jane like you? Drops out of middle school, then a few years later, ends up going to Oxford University in the UK, one of the most prestigious universities on the planet? Why the hell didn't you tell me anything? I was sure you had no education.
It's not like it was a secret or anything. You just didn't ask me about it, that's all. You interrupted me when I told you I dropped out of middle school and have done nothing but mock me ever since. I didn't correct you because I was like, fine, so what? What the hell do I care what she thinks of me?
Oh my God, I can't believe it. Our entire family knew all along and I was the only one who didn't. I can't believe everyone burst out laughing at me. Oh my God, it was horrible.
What's the problem? You're going to a fairly decent university yourself, aren't you? Where was it again? Dartmouth? You barely got in by the skin of your teeth, right? That said, I don't really know much about American universities because I have no interest in them, so it might not be that great. Anyway, were you going somewhere with all this, or are you just wasting my time?
You shut your goddamn mouth. I was trying to show everyone the difference between a university grad and a middle school dropout, because that's what you made me think you were. I thought I could make a laughingstock of you in front of the whole family by cracking a few jokes.
It's probably not wise to make fun of people when they could be significantly more accomplished than you without you knowing it. It turns out you were the moron all along, huh? It's no wonder everyone laughed at you. All of my friends are ex-childhood prodigies who got flown to Oxford from around the world after skipping several grades in their home countries due to being too intelligent. I guess I just kind of figured that was normal since they were the only people I associated with. You certainly got the laugh you wanted, it just wasn't aimed at who you thought it would be. I could barely contain myself either. My side still kind of hurt.
God damn you, I swear I'll never forgive you for this.
What's the problem? Like I already told you. Sure, education is important when you enter society. But kindness, respect, hard work, and humanity always come out on top. You're still young, Marge. It's not too late to change. And honestly, I think this could be the kick up the backside you need to take a long, hard look at yourself. I'm rooting for you.
Ugh, I do not like the way you're speaking to me, Ivy. God, you piss me off. Don't think having a half-decent education gives you the right to look down on me.
Huh? So before you knew, I was looking down on you because I was uneducated. And now I'm looking down on you because I'm educated? Geez, I can't catch a break here. I guess I at least seem to have gone up a little in your estimation.
Shut the hell up! I'm going to Italy, and I'm gonna become the best fashion designer there ever was. The whole world will know my name, and then you'll be sorry. I'll show you all of you who laughed at me. I'll make you pay for belittling me. Ugh.
Good luck with that.
Hello, Ivy. I hope you're okay. You've been through a lot lately. The funeral must have been very difficult for you. To think, you're going through all this with a baby inside you too. I find your tenacity admirable, my dear. Have you been resting up properly? Are you eating? Are you getting a good night's sleep?
Hey, Mom, thanks for your kind words. Yeah, I'm more or less okay. Obviously, I still miss him like hell, but I'm okay. Thanks for worrying about me. I've been working from home ever since it happened, and I think I'm making progress at a steady pace. But there's no denying the fact that I'm getting pretty heavy now, and my energy levels aren't what they used to be, so I always make sure to mix in regular breaks.
That's good, honey. I'm glad to hear that. There's no need to overdo anything. Just take it easy and pace yourself. Remember, it's important to take breaks and not push yourself too hard. You've been doing great so far, and there's no rush. Just keep doing what you're doing, and everything will fall into place. You're living for two now, remember? When you need to rest, rest. Yours and the baby's health is what's most important.
Yep, I hear ya. That's what I plan on doing. Actually, I'm having a little break as we speak while tidying up around the house. Remember that baby cam you suggested I try out a little while back? Well, I took the plunge and ordered it off of Clamazon. And I'm currently in the process of tinkering with the settings and giving it a whirl. I'm looking at the live feed as we speak, actually. The quality's crazy good.
I know. Isn't it amazing? I'm pleased you bought it, dear. Isn't technology amazing these days? But Ivy, where do you plan on going from here? Will you be staying there in the States to raise your baby on your own now that your husband's gone? Of course, I plan on flying over and visiting you for the birth. But as for sticking around to help you afterwards, I'm sorry, dear, but that's not going to be possible. I can't uproot and move back there. Not at my age. I'm sorry. I wish there was more I could do to help after all you've been through.
Mom, it's fine, really. Don't worry about it, okay? Actually, now that you mention it, I was actually planning on heading over to you. I thought bringing up the baby over there might be good. What with everything that happened. I think it'd be better for both me and the baby if we had you around.
Wow, really? I can't believe it. I'm so pleased. You're always welcome here, darling. It's a little sudden, but I'm so pleased to hear you say that.
Of course, we've lived here in America until now, but that was when we had my husband and his job to rely on. Ever since he died, his little sister's being even more aggressive towards me than usual. It's like she thinks she has a license to say whatever she wants to me now that he's not around to stop her. To be honest, I'm not sure sticking around here would be very good for my mental health.
Oh dear. Is she really being like that? I wonder why she's so mean-spirited. You know, I always got the impression she was jealous of you and her brother. The way she acts around you, it's like she thinks you stole him from her or something.
Yeah, in her eyes, I'm pretty sure that's how it is. I do think that plays a part, but to be honest, I'm concerned it goes a little deeper. The thing is, I'm not the only one she acts like this with. She doesn't seem to be happy unless she's looking down on or bullying someone. I honestly kind of feel bad for her. I feel like she has some kind of major personality disorder.
I guess some people are just like that, huh? What about her exchange trip to Italy?
Oh, that? Dan's relatives have been holding some discussions over it, actually. To be honest, I'm thinking of not getting involved at all. I mean, I hardly feel inclined to when she treats me like that.
I see. Yes, dear, I think that's for the best. There's no need for you to go through any more stress than you already have been. Lord knows you've had your fair share of that.
Yeah, you're right. Thanks, Mom. I always feel a lot better when I speak to you. Still, it's not like the family have decided on anything yet, and discussions are still ongoing. But to be honest, I'm thinking of telling her exactly how I feel.
Yes, dear, you do that. I'll have your back no matter what, and don't you ever forget that. If you ever need anything, I'm only a single message away. I'll drop whatever I'm doing and fly straight over there if that's what I have to do.
Thanks, Mom. You're the best. Hang on a second. It looks like someone just arrived at the house. I'm just gonna head outside to see who it is. I'll message you again soon.
Okay, dear. Be careful on your feet, okay?
I will. Thanks, Mom. Marge, why you've really gone and done it this time.
I have no idea what you mean. Don't message me out of the blue like this, you ugly old hag. I'll have to scrub my phone with alcohol wipes now.
You disappeared after you came to the house yesterday when I said I didn't feel well and had to rest. I don't know where the hell you went. But are you aware of the suspicious fire that started right around the time you were here?
Huh? Fire? I don't have a clue what you mean. That is so not my problem. There was a fire? Cool. Lucky you woke up when you did, huh? You could have been burnt to a crisp.
As for the cause of the fire brigade said they think it was caused by me leaving the gas on by mistake when I went to sleep. The only problem with that is that I wasn't using the gas. That's why this reeks of being one of your evil little tricks.
Evil little tricks? Who am I, a comic book villain? This is crazy talk, Ivy. You're paranoid. I didn't do anything. Don't you think it's finally time you saw a shrink to get your mental problems checked out? You were probably just delirious and left the gas on by mistake. You know how easily tired you get these days. I don't even cook. Why would I, of all people, turn the gas on? You probably turned it on to make me that cup of coffee while I was waiting on the sofa.
No, that can't be it. I made that with the kettle. I didn't turn the gas on at all.
Still, your kitchen was full of flammable material, right? You probably left something on by mistake and then it spread out of control. You really should start taking responsibility for your actions and being more careful in the future.
I never said anything and the kitchen was on fire. Why did you think the fire happened in the kitchen?
Huh? Where else would a fire start other than the kitchen? Besides, where else could you turn the gas on? Geez, you really can be an absolute pea brain sometimes.
Actually, there is another possibility. I love candles and I have them all over the house. I noticed a candle where the fire started that I know damn well wasn't there before. For what you're saying to be true, I would have had to unconsciously move the candle, lit the candle, and then forgotten about it, all without noticing or remembering what I'd done.
Sure, isn't that what happened? You said yourself that you didn't feel good. You were probably delirious.
As you know, I went to lie down on the sofa after that. You were the only person who could have possibly moved that candle.
What's your point? You can make all the absurd accusations you want. The bottom line is you have zero evidence, and you can't prove a damn thing. You make me sick. I get that you hate me, but isn't making baseless accusations about me setting fire to your house based on nothing but your warped prejudices taking it a little too far? I'm telling your mom.
Evidence? I do have evidence, actually.
What?
It just so happens that you came over right as I was setting up my new baby camera. Everything you did is on video. I was going to take the footage straight to the police, but if you won't admit it, I think I'll call a family meeting before I do that. I have proof and I have copies of the proof, so you have nowhere to run and nowhere to hide.
The police? Wait a second. Are you being serious right now?
Yeah, of course I am. You set fire to my house, for crying out loud. I have concrete evidence too, but just showing it to the police would be letting you get off easily. Your whole family deserves to know exactly what kind of person you are. With the footage I have, I doubt anyone will need much persuasion.
What?
I can't believe you set fire to my house while I was asleep on the sofa. You really are despicable. Do you realize that you could have been facing murder charges if I didn't wake up? What the hell were you thinking?
Geez, stop being so dramatic. I knew you'd be okay. You were just taking a nap. I knew you'd wake up if it got serious.
I get that you hate me, but there are some lines you shouldn't cross. I know what this was. You decided to threaten me for refusing to pay for your exchange trip to Italy, didn't you? This was all a plot to intimidate me into changing my mind.
You're damn right it was. I thought my mom was going to be the one paying for my exchange trip. I was so surprised to find out it was you all along. Then, just because I sent you some pointed messages after my brother died, you had the nerve to withdraw your offer and refuse to pay for my trip? I came over to your house to apologize. You see, I thought you'd change your mind if you could see I was sorry. But you rejected my apology and kept refusing to pay. And that's why I decided to teach you a lesson.
Basically, you committed attempted murder because you were angry with me for not paying for your Italy trip. What did you think your family was going to think about that?
I wouldn't have cared if you learned your lesson. You're just some random bimbo who married my brother, and you have no right to ruin my life like this. This is all your fault.
I was trying to help you, Marge. But you threw it back in my face by constantly abusing me for my perceived lack of education. You never listened to a word I said to you. You even had the nerve to do all that crap to me in spite of the fact I was going to pay for your Italy trip and in spite of the fact you had no money yourself. It's time you learned that you can't go through life doing whatever the hell you want. Actions have consequences, and you're about to find out the hard way.
God damn you! I apologized for all that stuff, for crying out loud. So I pulled a little prank in your kitchen. So what? Surely you're mature enough to forgive me for that.
How long do you intend to continue acting like a child with no conception of right and wrong? You think you can apologize your way out of anything, don't you? You think you can act however the hell you want without consequences, don't you? That's not how the world works. It's about time you started taking responsibility for your behavior.
Fine, I will. I'll take responsibility. Please, just pay for my trip to Italy. My mom's being so damn stubborn. She keeps saying she can't afford to pay for me to go.
You ruined this for yourself, and you have no one else to blame. You should have kept your mouth shut and behaved like a normal human being. You could have enjoyed your trip to Italy. But with your brother's death, you felt like you had full license to say and do whatever you wanted to me, didn't you? You've alienated everyone you held dear now, Marge, and you have no choice but to make it in life all by yourself from here on out. It's kind of ironic, isn't it? You've done everything in your power to push me away. But it turns out you actually kind of could have used a sister-in-law like me to have your back.
But you're my sister-in-law. You are, aren't you?
I thought I was nothing but your slave. Remind me who said that, would you? I'm going to be living abroad soon, and I plan on blocking and deleting you on everything when I do, which means you'll never see or hear from me again. Don't worry, I'll make sure to show the footage of you setting my house on fire to your family and the police before I go. You're on your own after that. Good luck.
Oh my God, no. Please don't do it. Anything but the police. You're not seriously going to hand that video over to the cops, are you? Do you realize I could go to prison for that?
Yeah, duh. Why do you think I'm doing it? It would have been one thing if you were just verbally abusive, but you're a criminal now. I suggest you use being arrested for arson as an opportunity to reflect on and reevaluate your life choices. This isn't the time to be worrying about your exchange trip to Italy. This is the time to be worrying about prison.
Oh my God, no. Please. I'm begging you. Please don't do this. I said I was sorry. Surely we can fix this between the two of us. Just me and you. We are a family after all. Why do the police need to be involved?
You're not family anymore, Marge. You are dead to me now. You didn't just put my life in danger, you put my unborn baby's life in danger too. You are a vicious psychopath, and people like you shouldn't be allowed to roam free in society. In having you locked up, I'll be doing humanity a favor. It's time to take a long, hard think about what you've done. Apparently, Marge tried rushing over to my place to apologize in a desperate panic after that. But since I got evacuated after the fire, thankfully I wasn't there to receive her. After that, I went to live with my mom in York, a beautiful town in the north of England, where I gave birth to a beautiful baby boy. When my in-laws found out what their daughter had done, they got down on their knees and apologized profusely. I agreed to let them do regular video calls if they agreed never to speak to Marge again. They said yes in a heartbeat and told me they'd already done what needed to be done. Apparently, they'd reached their wits' end with their wayward daughter, too. They were so disgusted when they found out she set fire to my house that they disowned her right then and there on the spot. The sadness of losing my husband still eats away at me sometimes, and there isn't a day that goes by where I don't miss him. But I can't let that consume me. I have to forge out a new life and find happiness again. Because I know that's what he'd want me to do. I love you, Dan. Thanks for watching, folks. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to prove what a boss you are by liking and subscribing. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We can't wait to see you again next time.